Hey guys, how's it going today? So today's video is going to be a real quick one here on Netflix. This is quite notable right now, so I thought I'd make a video on it. If you haven't heard already, yesterday Netflix reported its earnings and it was a total blowout here again. So as you can see today, they're up over 9%. After hours, we're seeing up and again. And just the run that this company has taken has been incredible. You look at the market cap of the company, 145 billion right now. So some of the information behind this, which was huge, was that Netflix added 7.41 million new users. So a lot of these were actually overseas. They're doing a lot of new content in different countries, um, and that was a huge driver of the revenue surging by 43%, which is actually just massive. And a lot of people expected this kind of growth. I believe it was one trader at Morgan Stanley believed this as well. Um, as well, the subscription prices, as we've seen, have been rising. They don't seem to be having too much of a effect on people actually paying for the service because you have 4K plans, HD plans. You can add new people to it as well. The operating margin widen, and management expects the revenue growth to accelerate. And so, I mean, it's just, I mean, like they said here, they just crushed it, and it is really quite unbelievable numbers. But this is another company that reminds me kind of like a Tesla or something, where I love the company. Like I think Netflix is it's going places. It's going to get huge. It's going to continue to grow. But then the fact comes in right now, like, has it grown too fast? Is it actually worth this price? And this is where I have difficulties with it. I really think that it's an amazing company, but I mean, to look at it at a multiple of, where's our multiple here? PE of 268. If you actually run the numbers, what it would take to bring this company to a realistic PE, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Are they going to grow hugely? Yeah. Do I think they're going to take over a lot of things? They might be bought out, whatever. Absolutely. And do I expect this thing to run a bit? Absolutely. I think it's going to keep going up. I'm currently, holding Facebook right now because I think that's a safer bet at the multiple it's at right now. But I do think this will continue to run. But the question is it worth that? And is it worth the market cap of 145 billion? I mean, you look at Disney. A lot of people have been quoting this that it's almost eclipsing Disney. And you got to look at the two companies. I know that Netflix is doing, a lot of their own content, and it's amazing. It really is. But look at what Disney has. Look at, the reach that they have. The company as a whole, if you really look into it, does Netflix deserve a higher PE than that? I don't know. Same with Tesla and some of the traditional automakers. Does Tesla deserve to be worth a lot more than those companies? Probably not. But it's all to do with the future expectation, which is basically um, what stock prices are usually reflected as, and especially with these tech companies, it seems to be the case as well. So I kind of talked a lot about this, especially with Walt Disney and having to start their own streaming services, Apple. I even spoke about Amazon a bit. I'll put that link on the right hand corner right now about my thoughts on that. I actually did another video on it and why I think you want to be in this space. I think that video was about 20th Century Fox and why you should own it, and actually it turns out that Disney bought them. And I mean, look at them. Their market cap's only 69 billion. They're trading at 17 times earnings, right? But obviously, Netflix has a huge growth potential. But that much, I don't think so. And it kind of makes me a little bit nervous when we see markets really high. What are the ones that are going to, get hit the hardest? Are the ones that are, trading at, ludicrous valuations. So personally here, I would like to get in just to ride, the momentum buying, because I think it's going to continue to go up. But it's kind of risky because I don't think it's worth this. I think, it's worth a lot less. And then it will grow into its valuation over time. But I'm curious what you guys think. There's so much with this company. I mean, they're so ambitious right now. They're spending so much money. And I really do think that that's the right move. But in terms of how the market's reacting, I think as usual, it's a little overreacting a little bit. And that can be a bit dangerous. But again, I'd like to know what you guys think of this. Maybe I'm crazy and you think that, running the numbers that it can eventually in 10, 20, 30 years turn into a fair value. I don't know, right? So, but that's just my opinion on it, and I thought it was quite notable because it was amazing. It was an amazing quarter and very impressive from Netflix. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today, and I'll talk to you on the next one.